See, because what is termed primary, to mine, there's a dividing line, which suddenly becomes hospital. If you want complicated dental work, that should be done in a hospital. If you want complicated work doing on your eyes, it has to be done in a hospital. They change. It's what's primary today is secondary tomorrow. It's a movable thing.
Some of what you say is true, Mike, but some of the more complex stuff that might start off in primary care ends up in hospital. But there's a lot of stuff in hospital that should be in primary care. And that's why we're redesigning our health services along the lines that people told us when they were consulted on P82.
I'm not at all happy with the St Helier location. I'm not convinced it needs to be at St Helier. I'm not convinced that a country location wouldn't work. But there are already country activities. Like Overdale's slightly in the country and it's still on your list. That will continue. St Saviour's Geriatric, that will carry on. And there's the mental health aspect, which is not going to be included in this. Did anybody really seriously look at making one big hospital to provide all these facilities?
We've looked at a number of different options, and one thing is clear, that the hospital needs to be in St Helier or on the edge of St Helier, and that does limit the number of sites, but we have looked at 40 sites.
Yeah, but there were 40 sites I looked at. 26 of them were in St Helier and 10 in St Saviour. So it wasn't a very all-island look, was it?
It was a whole-island look where it was appropriate for it to be so. We need to have a hospital near the main part of the community. You know, let's not pretend that if we built a hospital out at Plemore, people would be pleased to attend that. They won't be. They won't be able to get there very easily. We're an ageing society. Ageing society, people have mobility problems. So let's not pretend that those problems don't exist. They do. And the edge of St Helier is the ideal place for a new District General Hospital for Jersey.
Today, victory, failure, whatever it was, who actually blew the whistle and said, look, enough is enough, we're going to have to pull the bun on this one?
Well, we clearly did the sums. Last night when we were preparing for the debate and we were all doing our own speeches and preparing for it, it was quite clear, and I think Councillor St Helier said the same, it was quite clear that it was touch and go, vote either way. But something changed overnight, and some of the people that had indicated to me that they were prepared to support choice. They weren't too keen about perhaps the Bevis Park as a site, but they were prepared to let the people of Jersey have choice and then look at it again later on. They changed their mind. It was quite clear we weren't going to win. So why would you waste state's time? What I did was to step forward and say, we're going to withdraw the site, because that's what the end result would have been after the debate anyway.
Suppose after the end of this examination, suddenly it dawns upon them that this site was the correct one after all. What would happen then? Would you just throw in the towel?
Well, it was. No, we will not be bringing the People's Park back.
No.
It was quite clear, and I still stand by, as Health Minister, I would have failed to do my job if I hadn't pointed out that that was clinically a good option, that it was affordably a good option. The public have said no. States members, even louder, clearly said no. So that's gone. But I feel comfortable by the fact that I put it on the table for discussion. I pushed those boundaries. The Council Minister supported me with that. But it's gone now. And so we're consulting on the current site, the waterfront in Overdale.
I think it'll be the waterfront.
I don't know. It's not.
Is there anybody adamant that it shouldn't be within the Council of Ministers?
I'm not aware that there's anybody adamant that it shouldn't be. I think they're, like everybody, the Council of Ministers all have their own personal views. And to give a politician's answer to your question, if you were to ask me which site would I like, I'd come back and say, well, actually the one I would prefer the least is the current site. I'm comfortable with the others.
Final question, after today, are you bruised or refreshed?
Invigorated to sort this problem out, because there's no doubt that Jersey needs a hospital. We need to get on with it.
Indeed we do. Thanks a lot.